Sindh Doctor Association, collaboration with Indus Education Foundation. I would like to invite President Indus Education Foundation, Mr. Amir Abdo, and Regional Manager Aisha Memon. Please, if you both unmute your mic, and then so I will open slides here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Fahad Memon. Is everybody listening to me?
Yes. Yes, sir, we can listen to you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'm really thankful to the Sindh Doctors Association UK that they have provided me to present my dreams about education in Sindh. Many of you are already familiar with Indus Education Foundation schools, as we are actually running the schools since last 15 years. But recently, in last 4 or 5 years, we developed a 2,200 enrollment in our schools. We are running primary, elementary, and high schools in Machari district, and now we have launched a project which is called actually 100 Schools Project. It's very important to know that no society can develop without basic education. And the education is related with democracy, it's related with health awareness, it's related with family affairs, it's related with community participation, and it's also related with the economical development of the country or of any nation. So it is a difficult situation in Sindh since last 5 decades, that we have seen so many ministers coming from different political parties working with not with the objective targets in the rural education of Sindh, where basically Sindhi speaking people are residing. So basically, I am a writer and intellectual. I have been a journalist. I have been writing in several newspapers, and I have been writing more than 10 books. But it was felt that if we write in the newspapers, and the newspapers are not read by more than 5% of our population, then we should now convert to our resources and our energies into education. That's why I started this program, and I would like to tell you through the slides that what we have done and what we are dreaming to do. Please, next. So these are, at the moment, we have enrollment of 2,200 children in our schools, and the infrastructure of 9 buildings, out of which 7 buildings are government buildings, which were actually deteriorated, or they were the ghost schools. But we developed the community development in those schools, and we mobilized the communities, and then these schools are now running. And now the next, I have started 100 Schools project, out of which we have renovated 4 schools at the moment in the last 3 months, and 6 are recommended in the next 3 months. So I will tell them about them in next. These are the actually, yes, please. Yes, these are the schools that I'm running since last 4 years. One is Indus Mahmood Dahari High School, which was a simple plot, and someone donated the plot to IF, and you can see in the graph that in 2018 its enrollment was 60, and in 2019 102, and in 2020 is 125. So we are actually, sir, somebody is speaking in between. So and the other school you can see, Indus Muhammad Abro Memorial High School, Zafar Ali Arbab. This is in the name of my late son, and one of my friends donated the plot of 1,000 square yards, and it has increased. It has a computer lab and science lab, and a great background, a great garden in the school. And all rural area people who are mostly orphans come to this school. So because these schools are our old schools, just to tell you about my history, just I presented this. So next we can go and let's see what's happening in those schools. Next, please, sir. Next, sir. Your voice is mute. These are the infrastructure of the Sandhani school, which is a high school. You can see there is a computer lab on the left, the second, and there is a playground. The children are playing, and there is a garden also, and there is going on one science lab experiment in one of the rooms. Next, please. This is Indus Muhammad Abro Memorial High School. You can see we have developed a garden in the school. It provides the basic facility of transport to the children, and this was donated by Sindh Doctors Association. I'm thankful to them. And there is a computer lab and also a science lab. You can see in the corner at the left. And there are more than 125 children enrolled in that. The children are coming from the background of rural areas, so they actually need to be developed their basic education and their basic amenities, and slowly and gradually they are coming to the metropolitan life. I have to inform everyone of here that in our schools are all located in the rural areas, where the children coming from the very they are very poor backgrounded children. They have no sense and no awareness of education, but slowly and gradually they are becoming metropolitan citizens through these schools. Next, please. Next, sir. So in this school, in last 3 months, some teaching workshop for the teachers was arranged, and it was arranged by Shamsa Munir Welfare Committee and with the coordination of Sindh Doctors Association. And I'm thankful to Sai Awais Sheikh Saab, who actually sponsored, financed, and also helped the teachers to come forward, because we all think that the teachers working in those rural areas, they don't have the big salaries. That's why they are not very much skilled, and they don't have the sense of they don't have learned the methods of modern education. That's why the Awais Sheikh Saab has taken a great initiative, and he arranged these 2 workshops. One was done by Nuzhat Mir, and its topic was teaching and leadership skill session. And the other was actually a week-long workshop, which was held in Muhammad Abro Memorial High School, and its topic was effective teaching techniques. Next, please. This is Mahmood Eri High School, which plot was also donated by the landlord of this community, and we developed a school here, which is a wonderful school, and it has computer lab, and also sports activities have been introduced. I'm thankful to Dr. Nazir Dahar, who actually donated the sports material for all the IF schools, and since last 6 months, when he donated the sports material, the sports activities has accelerated in our schools. Thank you. Next, please. This is Indus Public High School, Chozagi, which is also a school in Karam Khan Nizamani. Sai Mumtaz Ali Saab is here. He knows where the Karam Khan Nizamani is. And this, we have actually created high schools in 4 union councils of Hala Telka. In every union council, we have 40 to 45 villages, and we have established a high school in the middle of those 45 villages, so that every child who is actually living in the village, he can have the access to high school education, because primary education is already available in the villages due to the school, whether running or not. But high school education is very difficult for them, as they are poor. They cannot afford the transport to high school in Hala. That's why we have created high schools in between those union councils. This school is in the Karam Khan Nizamani Union Council. The others were in different union councils of Hala Telka. Next, please. So these are the academic activities in primary schools. There are several programs and several curricular activities and academic activities. We do the monthly test for the students, and we give them awards. You can see a table of awards every month. The students are given awards, and you can see how in COVID situation the students are taking assembly in a garden of a school, and how they are good in drawings. And these academic activities, they have actually developed in these schools where there was no name of the education when we started them 4 years ago. Thank you very much. Next, please. This is the infrastructure of different primary schools which we are running since last 4 years. Please, next. So now I wish to talk about 100 schools project, because I have developed some schools, the data of different schools which are actually which are not running. There are 7,000 schools in Sindh which are not running, but I have started with 100 schools. Later we will also process to other schools also, and out of them actually we have 50 schools in Badin, and 30 schools in Machari, and 20 schools in Sangar. At the moment, we have renovated 4 schools. One is in Gamujar, district Machari, other is Dodo Rojani in district Machari, and the third is primary school Amanabro, district Machari, and the other fourth one is in Chutal Rajpur, district Noshar Feroz. Next, please. This is the condition of Gamujar school, where I went personally when I was in Pakistan. And the head teacher and the community people told me that due to this deteriorated classroom, you can see the iron on the roof of the classroom, one child's leg was injured. And the head teacher said that I come to school if there is even one child in the school, and I wish to run the school. The community people also asked me that this school is deteriorated due to the infrastructural conditions. So we actually developed this, and you know that I had a 100-mile walk in August. And also Sindh Doctors Association people supported me to develop this school. This is the one of the 100 schools. This will be a historical, event that Sindh Doctors Association supported me, and especially Dr. Fayaz Memar actually encouraged me to work on this school. So this was the condition before, and you can see that after one. This is now the after one condition. You can see a new room. We developed a new room, and also it is now painted, and it's now beautifully worked. Now the schools are closed, and also its furniture is being donated by someone from the Sindh Doctors Association, but he said that please don't disclose my name, so I can't disclose his name. But he's very kind and gentle and very pious person, and he donated the furniture which is being ordered. And as soon as the schools are open, this school will run with more than 200 students, inshallah ta'ala. Its cost was 673,000. The other one was Dodoro Jhani. It is also one of our 100 schools. It is the before condition, which is basically the condition of 7,000 schools in Sindh, but we have selected one by one. So this is a before condition. Please go to the next. We developed this. Now you can see this is a wonderful. Now you see how this looks a school now. And inshallah, the children will come and have academic knowledge, and also the social behaviors, their social behaviors will change when they come to school. And its renovation cost 487,000 rupees, which was donated by Sai Atif Abbasi. We are thankful to him. He has donated more than 2.5 million rupees for the 100 schools. He is here with us now, and I'm thankful to him that he has actually encouraged me too much to go further to renovate and to educate the children. Really, I'm thankful to him. He's like my brother. Like, come so. So this is the Aman Abro and Aman Abro school, whose you can see that a room is in process, and and also its bathrooms will be renovated. And of course, when we construct a room, that then you can know you can think that the enrollment increases, because there becomes a capacity of the children to come. And its cost also, the 50% cost also donated by Sai Atif Abbasi. Further, this is a government primary school, Chutal Rajpur. Actually, there is a school in Nashar Feroz, and Mahnur Sheikh, a small girl. She's very intellectual, and she developed some educational facilities in this school. And there was the children were studying under the tree, and we thought that this school should also be taken in the IF hands, because the children are very eager to come to the school. And we have started to construct a room in this school, and this will be renovated within 1 or 2 weeks. And I'm thankful to Dr. Nazir Dahar, who has provided a very helpful worker and a friend and a brother who is taking care of its construction. And we are really thankful to Dr. Atif Abbasi Sahab, who donated rupees 900,000, 9 lakhs for this school. And I hope that more than 300 children will come to this school. Now, next is our program. In the next 2 months, we have seen for 6 schools to be taken care, because I am out of these 100 schools, I have to construct at least 10 schools before I go to Pakistan. As we had a meeting with the Minister of Education, and he said that if you develop 10 schools, we will give you the cost of remaining 90 schools. So they can be taken on subsidy basis, as we are running safe school on subsidy basis, or they can give us some amount from endowment fund. And they have said that they will give me an amount between 5 crores and 1 billion, so that we can run those 100 schools from that amount. At the moment, we are taking in hands these 6 schools. Out of them, 4 are in Machari and 2 are in Badin. Government Primary School Sultan Sehto, the estimated cost is 596,000. And Khairmount Boranu School, estimated cost 500,000. Primary School Mahi Mochi, estimated cost 7,02,000. And Jamal Khan Nizamani, estimated cost 590,000. Primary School Walimo Nizamani in District Badin, the estimated cost 13,21,900. And Mohammad Khan Arisa School, District Badin, 7,55,000. So anyone who wants to sponsor a school, like someone sponsor a hospital or a room in the hospital, or someone sponsor a child, is in this way, as someone can sponsor any of these schools, and we can coordinate with each other. Next, please. Next time. This is the list of the 100 schools from Badin, Batiari, and Sanghar. As I told you, 50 from Badin and 30 from Machari, and 20 from Sanghar we have selected. Next, please. This is actually, we started to work with Qatar Foundation. They have a program, Educate a Child, and they say that if you can 50% finance of this project, they can provide the total finance. The total finance of this project is $3.6 million in 3 years, because in 100 schools during the 3 years, 30,000 children will go to school. Out of them, actually 50% finance Qatar Foundation will bear, if we can afford the 50% finance. And in that one, we have actually, we have arranged some, we have talked to some companies and some NGOs, but it's our, next please, I can show that. Next, sir. There is a company called Tarmin and Company. They are saying that they can donate 100,000 pounds per year for the schools, but no agreement has done yet. And Muslim Hands also, there we have a friend in Labour Party here in Hendon, where I live, and I'm the member of Labour Party. And there's a Humayun Khalik, who's also actually the office bearer in Muslim Hands. They have also promised, but it's still verbal. And Sai Atif Abbasi has actually said that he will go ahead with 100 schools, or he will go ahead with 7,000 if Allah gives him. So he has also committed for five schools. And there is Azimi Foundation of North America. This also with the support of Sai Atif Abbasi, that he is pursuing them to adopt 5 schools. And also I collected some money, like 10 lakhs rupees at about, I mean, about 4,000 pounds. Some people donated from different parts of the world when I walked for 100 miles in August 2020, as you know that. So further, please. So the thing is that I wish to make a formula for the charities that we are running, as STA is a big charity, and also also there are so many charities that we people are running. I just wish to inform you that if I made these 10 schools, how these schools will run at the moment, since as we get some finance from other institutions, they can run on donations, but they can run on business. As you can see, Oxfam and Cancer Research and Aga Khan Foundation, they are running their projects, their hospitals and their schools on business. And so if we develop a business, like someone donates 5 lakh rupees, or someone donates some amount for the schools, if we put that amount in a business in the chair in UK, we can generate at least 2,000 pounds per month, and then easily we can run those schools. So we have to think about the formula, that the way that we run the charities. It is my program to establish a business with my charity, so that we can run the schools in long run. Because there's 100,000 pound, 100,000 rupees is the monthly cost of a school, which is salaries and stationery and maintenance of the infrastructure. I will be happy if any of you give me suggestions on this. Next, please. So if you want to donate IEF, you can donate Sindh Doctors Association account in UK, and the account details are here. And just write the reference at IEF when you donate. Next, please. If you want to donate in Pakistan, you can donate in our own charity, which is a registered charity since 2006, and we are also paying. We are also, filing the returns in Pakistan, and also we have audited our years in Pakistan. If you wish to donate in Pakistan in rupees, this is the account number. Next, please. Thank you very much. These are some photos of my walk. And also this is the photo of the meeting that I had with the Minister of Education, Mr. Saeed Ghani, and presented the 100 Schools project. I'm thankful to everyone. And if there is anything to suggest or anything as a question, I will be happy to reply.
Thank you, Amir Abdul Saab, for your presentation. Such a nice step towards education. I will open the floor for the questions. If anybody have a question for Amir Abdo, please raise your hand. I will give you a chance to ask the question. Please do not jump in a queue. So I can see Dr. Nazir Daher. Please unmute your mic and you can ask, Doctor.
Congratulations, Amir. Grand job. Can you just tell us something about your local team? How do you execute your projects and run them, and how many people are required, and what is your local structure? Thank you.
Uh, Thank you very much. I think Asha is here. She's our program manager, and I am thankful to her that she has taken a lot of energies, and she has taken a lot of good steps to qualify and to bring quality education in our schools. I think she can tell all the details that how many teachers we have, how many managers. Aisha, can you please tell Nazir Saab? Asha, are you there?
Okay, until Aisha, yes, Aisha is here.
Yes, Aisha, please, can you tell about how much we have the...
Aisha, unmute your mic, yeah, please. Okay, Dr. Shahbaksh Lashari, President, Dr. Sindh Doctor Association, UK. Dr. Shahbaksh Lashari.
Amir Saab, congratulations, mashallah, you're doing very well. I'm going to ask you two questions. First question, is there any competition of education and sports between your schools? Mashallah, you've got nearly 10 to 20 schools. That's my first question. Second question, have you got any tool to assess the quality of education in students at the end of the day? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Shahbaz Saab. I think actually at the moment, due to COVID situation, the schools are physically closed, and as soon as they will open, we will arrange a competition of sports activities like cricket and badminton tournaments, and we will invite your schools also to participate, inshallah ta'ala. For quality education, I can tell you that we do monthly tests of the students, and all those tests are taken in written, and those papers are being checked by the head teacher and also being checked by Aisha, who is the program manager, and then we list them that how is the performance of the student. And we have also made groups in the schools, as we see in UK also, that those students who are a little bit poor in the academic levels, they have been given much time by the teachers. And the recruitment of teachers is actually the thing that we recruit teachers through written tests and interviews, and also we recruit them in 1 month as a temporary to see their quality, that how they behave with the teachers, with the students, and how they are actually teaching to the students, and then we make contact with them on yearly basis. And still we need to improve the quality of education, because we need internet facilities, we need computers, and we need to train the teachers how to improve the methods of training. And for that, we are in collaboration with Zebist also. The Zebist has given us a program for basic English and also for leadership. So those programs are in the process, and as soon as we have funds, we will inshallah do those programs for our teachers.
Thank you.
Thank you. And now I can see that Fayaz Memon want to ask question. Before to go to the Fayaz Memon, I would like to show you, this is the Just Giving page, which Sindh Doctor Association UK have created. So if you want to donate, if you think the Sindh Doctor Association with the Indus Education Foundation doing well, is good to improve literacy rate in Sindh or Pakistan, please can you visit? I have a share link in our chat box, so you can pick up the link, or you can if you visit Just Giving, and if you can search Sindh Doctor Association UK, and you can donate. If you are a taxpayer in Europe, UK, Europe, America, and Canada, then you do not forget to click gift aid. So thank you. Back to Fayaz Mehman. Please unmute and you can ask the question to Amir Bro. Fayaz, please unmute first.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum, Fahad and the rest of team and friends. I hope you can hear me. Before I say something, I think I can see in chat that Asha is here and then she wants to respond the question which Ada Nazir has asked. So she may take the floor. Asha, can you hear us?
Yeah, what is your question, Fayaz?
Okay, okay. I think there are some issues with Asha. So perhaps I don't have a question here, but I would like to thank Ada Saifi Akhwan and Amir mainly for delivering on the ground. To be honest, we all talk lots of things, but they have been delivering despite very challenging situations in Pakistan. Amir did mention of developing some business model. I think that's a very nice suggestion so that we make this charity work a bit self-sustaining as well. So perhaps STA may consider having a separate session later in the year to discuss those business models and then have some open discussion. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Fayaz. I would like to ask Dr. Yar Mohammed, please, if you can, unmute your mic and ask the question.
Yeah, first of all, thank you very much for very informative and nice presentation and very highly appreciated work which is done by Amira Brosab. So I have actually two questions. So one question, what is the criteria to select the school actually? So you are picking the school, so what is the criteria behind it? And my second question, how you measure the quality of education?
Thank you very much, Dr. Yarmoman Saab. Basically, the criteria of selecting the school are 4 or 5. Number 1 is poverty. Number 2 is the community's attitudes towards education. And number 3 is infrastructure of the school. And number 4 is the teacher's attitude in that government school. Because there are different models of NGOs working in the whole world, but our model is that we wish to coordinate with the government. That's why you can see that out of our 9 schools, 7 are government buildings, and we have now selected 100 schools, government buildings, so that we don't spend so much money and we don't waste money. Because these schools are being constructed by the government, and that's the public money. And we have approached government to coordinate with us so that we can develop the enrollment in those schools. And that's the actually work of the NGO. As an NGO, I can't promise with such a devastating condition in Sindh. This only government, with the government's help, that we can work. And we have selected those schools in which community has given an incentive, and they have given consent to me. And whenever this is a heartbreaking issue. Whenever I visit a school, you can see tens of thousands of children and the community people approaching to me. They're asking me, please open our school, please open our school. When I leave one posting on Facebook, everybody is asking me why you are working in Machari only. Why you don't work in Kambar? Why you don't work in Dadu? Why you don't work in Chata? Everybody is asking me, please open our school. Our school is not open. Schools are closed because of the government's attitude and government's policies. And we wish to work with them because we think, I can give you an example. In one of our schools, I am paying 35,000 rupees to the landlords per month since last 4 years, just because they think that the school building is their own property. And we have recruited their chokidars and their wives as a teachers who don't know anything. But we want a change in minds. Education is a mindset. It is not a building that if you see a three-floor building and you can imagine that, oh, we have made a building. No, it is in the minds, in the brains. It is a light which actually changes the attitudes. And we want to change the attitudes of all the people, all the stakeholders of Sindh, even bureaucrats, ministers, and those who are corrupt. We know they are corrupt, but we want to change their attitude. I said these words to the Secretary of Education in our last meeting. I told him that if you don't educate your neighbor, any child who will grow as a dacoit or as a terrorist, he will attack your house or your neighbor's house or your sister's house, because you have buildings in Florida, in Greece. You have huts there. I know that. But your children, as our sisters and brothers, are in Pakistan, and we are very much worried about their security, about their
Sorry, Amir, I
education.
want to cut you because we are running over time. Inayatullah Mehman want raise his hand. So Inayat Sahab, if you can quickly ask, then I will give a chance to Mumtaz Ali.
Thank you very much, Dr. Amiruddin Sahib. Your work is highly commendable, and hope your efforts would change the primary and secondary education in Sindh, particularly in Hala and Matari. I have one question. What are the reactions of the local influentials or the responses of the local influentials regarding your efforts? Thank you.
Yes, they are very positive. In Hala, like you know that the school that is in my son's name was donated by a local landlord, and 1,000 square yards. And a school in Wadal Dairy is also donated by the landlord. And the other landlord, like Amir Behzad, is a very educated person. He also helps us and supports us. So only Makhtooms have not taken initiative, but we are hopeful that they will also come forward. However, the local Waderas are very much helpful.
Thank you, Mirabur Sahab. Mumtaz Ali, can you please unmute and ask question? Just to remind everybody, I've shared a link of Just Giving page in our chat box here in Zoom, and also this session will be live is live on Facebook, and so I have shared a link there in the Facebook. So please visit and donate. Mumtaz Ali.
Thank you very much. You know me, I also belong to the Matari district. I introduced you to the Amir Memon as well.
Thank you.
And you've done an excellent work. Alhamdulillah, I'm very proud on you. And in very short times, what the work you've done is, what we say is that we can see ourselves. And recently, I think 2 weeks ago, I was in Pakistan, and I went to the Kram Nizamani, some of my friends' death happened there, and I saw your school as well. So Alhamdulillah, you're doing excellent job. And if you need any help in the Matari, especially I belongs to Makhtoom family, and if you need any help from Makhtooms, and I will, categorically say that anything you ask, they will be there to help you, especially on these projects. And only one thing is, because what I know in the government schools, when they construct a building or a school, they put the PC1. On the PC1, they put the expenses of the schools. For example, if they need 4 teachers, 5 teachers, they recruit them and they ask them to go and work. But what I notice is that all these government schools, which you say 7 schools, you are hiring a people to run those schools. Did you try to ask the government to please put their own teachers and you can top up their money like other projects the people do?
Sir, those 9 schools are basically are actually supported by the government, the Sindh Education Foundation. They give us a subsidy to run those schools. This Adi Nahid Shah, when she was the Director General of Sindh Education Foundation, she actually gave me this project, and we are working with the government, and government is supporting us. And I'm really thankful to you to give this indication that if you can arrange a meeting of me with Maktums, I can give them the plan to develop the whole Telka and the whole district, because I have all the data at the moment. And inshallah, with your support, we will work together. Thank you very much for your support and dua. I hope your dua is with me.
I'm with you all the way, anytime, anywhere you want.
Yes.
Whenever you go, just let me know. You have
Yes,
my.
we will work out. We will work out on this.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank
We
you.
will work out.
Thank you, Sai, and thank you, everybody. And I don't see anybody now who want to ask any question about this project. But I would like to request you that if you think Doctors and Doctor Association doing well, the project we discussed today, which is the Soul project, which is outreach in Larkana. Amazing project lead by Dr. Safi Afghan. He's a professor psychiatry in Walsall. You can donate to Doctor Association to support this project. And also the Sindh Doctor Association a collaboration with the Indus Education Foundation to help improve literacy rate. You can visit on Just Giving page, search Sindh Doctor Association, or the link I have shared in the chat box here on my Facebook page. So please donate so we can run these projects. It will help. Also, Sindh Doctor Association have a YouTube channel. So if you can please subscribe, go on YouTube, Sindh Doctor Association UK, subscribe, and the YouTube channel of Sindh Doctor Association UK. And please do not forget to